people? My name is Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show, and I'm here with my pal.
Sally Sports,
and you are watching the Not a Football Show. Not scoring touchdowns.
Yeah!
We love the Tico Fantasy Show.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Not a Football Show.
How are you, my sweet young man?
I'm fantastic, my sweet young boy.
Are you excited for what's today?
It's almost draft day!
Yippee-ki-yay! And we have another mock draft upon us.
Yes, we're going to be doing a live mock draft on today's episode where I do the even picks and he does the odd picks.
I do the odd ones. I do the wacky, oogie,
the wacky ones.
The irregular buns.
I do the regular even ones.
I do the irregular buns.
Oh, yes, the irregular buns, the Valarpins. But yeah, we have to do 32 picks, so we should probably get into that right now immediately.
Yep, the number one pick is basically a lock. I believe it's like minus 5,000 to be.
It's minus 20,000
minus 20,000
by the time we're recording this.
Don't even throw $1 on it. You're not making shit.
You might lose $1.
You might lose. Yeah, they may take your money for calling and just call you a moron. Spit in your face, slap you a little bit, call you stupid. Cam Ward. One. Yes,
yeah.
Cam Ward to the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Cam Ward, yeah. Lock it in.
But the second pick is also pretty much certain, in my opinion. It's a minus 750 favorite right now. It's going to be Travis Hunter, unless they trade the pick, which there's some, trade rumors going on about, but I don't think they're true. I think Travis Hunter's going at 2.
Yep, Travis Hunter fills 2 needs for the team. They don't really have much of a weapon outside of Jerry Judy, maybe Cedric Tillman every now and then. And then
David Njoku. Corner's not really that big of a problem.
It's not a big problem, but, you can never have too many corners.
Ain't that the truth?
Especially one that is supposed to be pretty
Greg
damn
Newsome,
good.
Denzel Ward, and Travis Hunter. It's one of the best DB rooms in the league.
Absolutely. And number 3 pick, basically a lock too. The top 3, barring any trades, which, of course, there's rumblings all the time about trades. Abdul Carter, number 3.
Yep.
There's talks about maybe them wanting to move on from Kayvon Thibodeau. But whether or not they do or not, Abdul Carter's the pick.
I don't think they're going to move on from Kayvon Thibodeau. It would make sense for them to, just because he's on the 5th-year option, and it would make sense. But I don't think they will. I feel like Kayvon Thibodeau will prove himself this year, along with Abdul Carter. Will be a very nice duo.
I think so too.
But at 4, I also think 4 is a lock as well, because minus 450 right now. It's Will Campbell.
I think this should be the real trade area.
Yes.
A lot of the teams coming up are in that Ashton Jeanty conversation, and they may want to hop in front of each other.
Hopping in front of the Jags and the Raiders would be a very smart move if you're in the market for an Ashton Jeanty.
Yes, and I think that's an attainable pick. I don't think that the Patriots, Will Campbell at 4, it's not really a great value in my opinion. This is a really good offensive line class, and especially at tackle. So, Will Campbell at 4, that's the pick, but, they could get Membo later on. So, I think they should be looking into trading back.
Membo, Banks,
Zabel.
Zabel's
probably going to play interior.
What's the
Josh Simmons.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good guys I like.
Always.
But 5, since nobody's trading up in this draft, I know nobody wants to hear this. Oh, wait, this is you.
This is my pick.
What am I talking about?
Yeah, nobody does want to hear this. Guess what? The Jags, they ain't taking Ashton Jeanty.
No!
They're not taking him. I'm sorry.
Dang it.
I'm sorry. Ashton Jeanty does not play defense. And honestly, I don't think Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby are that bad of a backfield to warrant
There's rumors about Travis Etienne getting traded.
I have seen that too. I'm going to go with what I've been mocking. I'm going to take Mason Graham here. They're basically even odds to go at this pick.
They are. They're both plus 150 right now. Well, actually, Ashton Jeanty's plus 155, but same thing. Close enough.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of does make me think maybe they're going to go Jeanty is the fact that Liam Cohen, a new offensive-minded head coach.
That's the big thing. That's the humongous thing that makes me think they're going to go Ashton Jeanty. There's no other reason in my mind that I think they're going to go him, just because Liam Cohen and frickin' what's his name, James Gladstone.
Yeah, something like that. The young man.
Yeah, the little boy who's playing GM. It just seems like Ashton Jeanty there makes sense. You can't miss on that pick.
Not at all.
But at 6, once again, you can't miss it here either. Ashton Jeanty at 6 to the Raiders.
That's just a Pete Carroll guy.
Yeah, he is a Pete Carroll guy.
He gets Marshawn Lynch comps.
Good bones, good structural piece.
Yeah, that's a fun offense. Geno Smith, Brock Bowers.
They just don't have great receivers.
They have serviceable receivers.
I'd rather see, if Ashton Jeanty's here, I'd rather see the Bears trade up to 6
Yeah.
take Ashton Jeanty, and the Raiders trade back and take a receiver.
Yeah, the Bears are apparently very aggressive in trying to trade up, and they have 2 second-round picks, so maybe they could get it done with just.
I'd like to see them trade up.
Yeah, absolutely. Jets on the clock. A little bit of discussion. It's either basically Tyler Warren or Armand Membo here. I'm gonna go with what I think they should do and take Armand Membo here.
Yeah, and Armand Membo is currently the favorite at plus 165. Tyler Warren sitting at plus 290. So a bit of not a heavy favorite, but definitely a significant favorite.
Mm-hmm. Like to see it.
Armand Membo goes at 7, and then I think 8's kind of locked up as well. I think 8's a lock. I think it's Jalen Walker. I don't think it's a question. You can put him on the edge. You could throw him back at linebacker. They definitely need to go defense. And Jalen Walker's a Georgia boy, and
can't go wrong with a Bulldog.
No, you can't go wrong with a Bulldog.
I think it's a little early for Jalen Walker. I don't hate it. Jalen Walker only started 11 games in college. He did play a lot, rotationally.
Georgia,
and he is really long. So that's a good thing about him. So, I don't hate it, but Dave Canales basically said they're taking defense.
Yeah, other than Jalen Walker, who else do you go there? Shamar Stewart?
Any of the edge rushers,
I'd rather go Jalen Walker than Shamar Stewart, just because you can't put Shamar Stewart at linebacker. Jahad Campbell's very good, but then again, I don't feel like you can really. I feel like Jalen Walker's better off the edge.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Yeah.
I
don't hate it. I do think it is a little early though.
Yeah.
The Saints are on the clock. I hate to do it, but I think this is going to be Shadur here.
Has to be.
It's got to be Shadur.
Has to be.
Derek Carr probably not going to play, and I believe Shadur to be the most pro-ready quarterback in the class.
So the odds have shifted for this pick, weirdly enough. I didn't know this. It's just happened. Michael Williams is currently the favorite to go there at plus 390, followed by Tyler Warren at plus 600, followed by Shadur Sanders at plus 600.
God,
which changed significantly because Shadur was a plus 150 favorite to go here just yesterday.
What changed?
I don't know.
Is Michael Williams being talked about a lot for the Saints?
I guess. I don't know. That's a bit of an interesting one. Michael Williams, that's kind of high too. I don't feel like I had Michael Williams going that.
Can't rush the passer.
Shit, that's interesting.
Oh man.
But at 10 we got the Bears, and God, there's just I don't even know here, man. This is where I stop knowing what's gonna happen.
This is where you just start throwing shit at the wall and
hoping it sticks, because I just don't know. Like, if Tyler Warren's on the board, Tyler Warren, Cole Kmet, Cole Kmet and Tyler Warren, that's interesting. I don't think they're going to go Will Johnson. I don't think they're going to go T-Mac. I don't think they're going to go Shamar, Kelvin Banks, Golden. If the board falls the way it's falling right now, I would give them Tyler Warren.
You want to take Hampton here?
I would love to take Hampton here, but I feel like that's a dream, and I'm trying to keep this realistic. I don't think Amari Hampton's going to 10.
Okay, so you want to do Tyler Warren?
Yeah. I don't think Amari Hampton's going that high.
Tyler Warren in a Ben Johnson offense?
Yeah.
Like it. Then we got the Niners, the Shanahan offense. What do they need? A lot. They lost a lot of fucking players. They lost a whole bunch of players.
There's a bunch of fun things you can do here.
There's a lot of ways.
They lost some corners. They need a corner. They need an edge. They need anything. An offensive lineman. They need everything.
And I'm trying to see what makes sense. What makes sense here?
You know what I always like to think about with this pick?
What do you like to think about?
With this pick, I feel like the Niners just have to go with whatever player they know isn't gonna miss.
Yeah, and I think that might be. It's either going to be Will Johnson or it's going to be Kelvin Banks. And I think it's going to be Kelvin Banks.
Kelvin Banks.
My
mock drafts, I've had Kelvin Banks falling quite far.
Yeah, it's not crazy. The tackle class is very
deep.
It's very deep, and there's a lot of directions you can go. We already have 3 tackles gone in the top 11, so we'll see.
But at 12, this is a fun pick. You have the Cowboys, and
I know where this is going.
Yeah, I kind of want to. Can I do it?
Yeah.
I kind of want to send T-Mac there.
He's the favorite to go there, isn't he?
Yeah, right now he's projected to go. His over-under for where he's going to be picked is pick 12.
Shit, right on the money.
Yeah.
Vegas knows. Vegas knows.
Shit, I don't want to see... maybe I do want to see Tedero McMillan on the Cowboys. I feel like it's a very Tedero McMillan landing spot. Many people are very high on him, and then people like me are very low on him. There's a very big discrepancy in how people view him.
Yeah, I could see him in that jersey. They need somebody desperately outside.
Yeah, and I just don't see what else they could go. Maybe offensive linemen, but in this mock draft that we're doing here, it doesn't appear that any offensive linemen are really there. Like, there's no, if a Kelvin Banks was on the board or something, maybe I'd go Kelvin Banks here or a Membo, but they're not on the board. I got to go T-Mac.
Yeah. I mean, that's very Jerry Jones of him.
Yeah.
He's going to get a lot of attention for that. All right, 13-hour Miami Dolphins are on the clock. Hold on one second. For some reason, it's taking forever to draft T-Mac.
It does take sometimes. You got to use that PFN.
Oh, wow. Maybe
not that PFF.
That PFF. I'm a PFF boy, though.
PFF. But the Dolphins are on the clock.
Dolphins are on the clock, and I can't see the picks now.
He can't see the picks.
I can't see the picks.
Oh, God.
I may have to do a quick audible to
Oh,
PFN.
no. PFN's so much better. I use
PFN.
PFN every time. And you don't have to pay this. You would think this is sponsored. You don't have to pay PFN to make trades. You can just make trades on there. So this is why you use the PFN Pro Football and Sports Network, PFSN, I guess.
PFSN.
Mock draft simulator, because that one works significantly better than PFF, and you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, well, I'm loading it up right now because.
Let me tell you what we got so far.
Let me see. I think I know what it is. It should be Cam Ward,
Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Will
Travis
Campbell,
Hunter.
Mason Graham, Ashton Jeanty, Mom Membo, Jalen Walker, Shadur Sanders, Tyler Warren, Kelvin Banks Jr., and Taylor Rowe McMillan. You got that?
I got lost. The Saints took Shadur. Bears took Tyler Warren. The
Niners.
Niners took KB.
And then Tetaroa.
T-Mac, yep.
Yeah.
All right,
13.
so Miami's on the clock. A lot of ways you can go here as well. Interior line is an issue. Offensive line is an issue. Apparently corner is an issue now. It was an issue before Jalen Ramsey is apparently going to get traded. I think he is going to end up not on the team. I think I'm going to go with Will Johnson here.
Willie. It makes sense. It works. He's probably... I'm a Jahdae Barron guy. I'm a Jahdae Barron guy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just because he's coming off a better season.
Yeah. Well, Will Johnson was hurt. I think Will Johnson, his ceiling, I believe, to be better.
Yes.
So, I like Willie.
But 14, we've got the Colts. Hard pick here. I don't even know. Oh, God. They really need offensive linemen.
They do.
But the problem is, I don't love any of the offensive linemen at this pick. You could go like a Josh Simmons or a Tyler Booker, who are both attending the NFL draft. Or, that's the pick, actually. I'm wrong. It's Gray Zabel.
Gray Zabel.
Yeah, Gray Zabel was pretty far down my board. I didn't see him on there. But yeah, it's definitely Gray Zabel. If Gray Zabel's on the board for the Colts, they take him. They need a guy who they can move around.
Absolutely do. The offensive line is not very good anymore.
No. They lost some guys.
Let's see.
The
Falcons. They need edge badly.
Yes.
And I believe I've seen that they are in love with Mike Green.
Have you seen that?
I believe.
I haven't. I
believe that they are
I've
very
heard nothing about Mike Green.
heavily invested in Mike Green, so I'm going to go Mike Green for the Atlanta Falcons here.
I like that because Mike Green's got to know something that we don't, because Mike Green didn't participate in the combine.
Mike Green's a dog. That's what Mike Green is.
Mike Green's got to know something that we don't. So I'm perfectly fine with you taking them. Him taking them. 15.
You got it, buddy. You got it.
But then we got the Cardinals, another team who's in desperate need of an edge. They also need defensive tackle. They also could go for another receiver. They also could take an offensive lineman. They got a lot of different needs.
Could take corner, too.
They got a lot of different needs. But I think they got to go best available. Shamar Stewart looks pretty nice. Matthew Golden doesn't really fit their offense, I feel. Like Marvin Harrison Jr. is kind of already that guy they have, the field stretching guy. I don't know. It's hard. Derek Harmon's interesting.
Nick Amonowori.
No, Nick Amonowori can't go this high. I have a special place for Nick Amonowori.
Not if I don't take him. Not if I take him first.
Oh, you know what I hate to do? I'm going to do
do?
it. I hate to. Jihad Campbell.
I was just looking at him. I was hoping he fell to one of my picks.
Yeah, Jihad Campbell goes at 16. If he makes it that far, the Cardinals get a great player. You can throw him anywhere you want. He's just smart. He's big. I fucking love Jihad Campbell.
Could
My
be the
favorite
best
guy
player in
in
the
this class.
draft.
Yeah, I love him.
Since you left Shamar Stewart there, I'm going to take Shamar Stewart to the Bengals.
I like that.
Just in case the Trey Hendricks stuff doesn't work out.
Which it might not. Even if it does work out, you still lost
Sam Hubbard retired.
Yeah, you lost Sam Hubbard, so you need an edge.
They haven't really had an edge like Shamar Stewart ever that I could think of.
No.
They just really got.
But Shamar Stewart also while he is a physical specimen, he doesn't really have the college like
What do you have, 1.5 sack?
Yeah, it wasn't very 1.5 sack.
I believe he had 1.5 sack.
True. There's no way he had 1.5 sack.
I believe he had 1.5 sack this past season.
Who gets it first?
Me. Shamar Stewart.
He had 1.5 sack every year he's been in college.
4.5 over his college career.
But he's a physical specimen. I don't know. That's scary.
He did rack up 39 total pressures over 315 pass rushing snaps. So there's potential.
Scary. I didn't know that. That's a scary stat.
Yeah.
It's a very scary stat.
He gets the Trayvon Walker comp.
Yeah. But 18.
18. That's you.
Seahawks. This is a weird one. I feel like this is a pick that I could see get traded. But I don't think it's going to get traded in this mock draft because obviously we're doing this mock draft and we're not doing trades. Because I don't feel like doing them. And I'm going to put Matthew Golden here.
Okay, I could see him in that jersey.
I'm going to put Matthew Golden here because while Cooper Kupp, they just signed him, they don't really have much receiver help.
No, not much outside of JSN and Kupp.
Cooper Kupp's old. Matthew Golden's a good guy to, you need a field stretching option.
God, their O-line is so bad, though.
Their O-line is pretty bad. But, I don't know. I like Josh Simmons and Tyler Booker, but I like Matthew Golden better.
Matthew Golden's nice there.
Yeah.
For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think they need edge pretty badly here. I'm going to skip Michael. I'm going to go right to Donovan Ezeraku.
Really?
I'm going to go to Donovan Ezeraku.
Donovan Ezeraku is a very Buccaneers pick.
I could see it.
Yeah, I could really see that. That is an extremely Buccaneers pick.
Donovan Ezeraku to the Buccaneers,
Yeah.
bringing the Broncos up to the board.
And if the Broncos have the board fall like this, the Broncos think they're going to have to trade up for the board to look like this.
Yes.
They probably will. They probably will have to trade up for the board.
This shit ain't right.
Yeah, this shit ain't right.
This shit's terrible.
There's going to be trades in the top 20 picks, but if the board looks the way it does, Amari and Hampton's going to the Broncos. There's no question about it.
Yep.
It's a lock. They love him.
They love it. Another North Carolina running back.
Bring him in.
Bring him in. I like it. Amari and Hampton.
Bring him out.
Number 21, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
This is an interesting one.
They can go a lot of different directions. They could take corner. I don't think they play much zone, which is what Jahdae Barron and Maxwell Hairston are really good at. They could just take a stud, play with Minka Fitzpatrick and Nick Amanawari. They could do that. But I'm going to go with Derek Harmon.
Derek Harmon.
First D tackle off the board. I think he goes higher than this.
I think he does too.
It's just kind of hard to project where D tackles go.
It's going to be because once one goes, they're all going to go.
Yeah.
Derek Harmon, Walter Nolan. Who am I forgetting?
Derek Harmon, Walter Nolan,
Kenneth Grant. Tyleik Williams.
Some of those guys are going to fall to the second.
Yeah, they'll be there, which is going to be good. It's going to be like, what's his face from last year? Johnny Newton. Johnny Newton's good.
Johnny.
Who'd you take here again? Derek Harmon?
Derek Harmon.
Yeah, so, okay, Chargers at 22. Out of all of the picks from 10 to 32, I think this is the biggest lock out of all of them.
You better be thinking what I'm thinking.
It's Colston Loveland. Yeah. He's got the rapport with Harbaugh, yeah. And they need a tight end. A pass-catching tight end for Justin Herbert would be very nice.
Yeah, he made Will Dissly look good last year. He made Will Dissly look good. Gerald Everett look good. Who else?
I feel like that
Donald Parham.
You don't feel like a tight end, like a pass-catching tight end just fits that offense very nicely. Like, I feel like that's exactly like the piece they need.
Yeah, and Colston Loveland is very good at catching passes. So.
Yeah, you added Mike Williams. You still got Ladd in the slot, and then you could also get another receiver. You get another receiving option later in the draft, maybe in the third, fourth. There's some good guys later. Kyle Williams.
Definitely. All right, up next, the Packers are on the board. I hate the Packers. They need everything and nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but oh man,
it's a hard one. You also got to remember they said they're looking to part ways with Jair Alexander.
They are, so I'm looking at Jahdae Barron right now, and I think that might be where I go. I'm gonna go with Jahdae Barron.
Yeah, I like that pick. We know they're not gonna go receiver.
No, God no.
God no. 24. We've got the Vikings. This is always a weird one for me because, I feel like there's a lot of fun things the Vikings can do here. I think they're very likely, in my opinion. I think there's a high chance they just go best available. And Malachi Starks is looking really nice, and he fits a really big positional need.
Harrison Smith's old as dirt.
Yeah, I think Malachi Starks is the pick here. We're going Malachi Starks. It makes sense. They need safety, and I'd say he's probably the best player on the board.
Yeah, the fact that he fell to 24 is pretty
yeah,
crazy.
he might go higher.
He's absolutely not going to fall to 24.
No.
I could
well, I don't know. He's a safety, man. Safeties fall.
They do fall, but...
safeties fall. We've seen it in the past couple of years. Safeties fall, and they don't get paid enough. It's true.
It's true. It's facts, man. All right, who's up next? The Houston Texans are on the board. They just moved on from a lot of offensive linemen.
They got to go one or the other. Josh
Simmons does have major injury concerns. His knee basically blew up.
Exploded.
It badly.
Yeah.
And you need a knee to play offensive tackle. You need to play every position.
Yeah, you do. Knees are important.
Tyler Booker, he's very big.
Huge.
Does not move very well.
No.
Just big as dirt. Big as
Alabama.
dirt? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't even make any sense. I don't know why I said the biggest dirt.
There is a lot of dirt.
There's a lot of dirt. The Texans, usually a team that wants to run the ball, so I'm going to go with Tyler Booker here.
I like it.
Guard out of Alabama.
I like it. I also I know that his knee exploded, but I also kind of like Josh Simmons as well.
He would be a top 1 or 2 tackle in this class if he was healthy.
All my mocks I've been doing, I've had Josh Simmons going there.
Every single one. I mean, there's a team right now that I see that I want Josh Simmons to go to.
I don't see that team.
They pick at 31.
Oh, I see that. Okay, that makes sense. 26. It's the Rams. The Rams have proven year in and year out that they like to go best available, but I feel like their secondary needs a little help.
It does.
Secondary definitely needs a little help. I really like Nick Amanawari right here.
I know you do.
I really like Nick Amanawari here. I just feel like that fits their offense. I'm looking to see if I have somebody else that I might want to throw in there instead, but I don't. I want Nick Amanawari to be a Ram.
I like that. I mean, Sean McVay and Nick Amanawari, if anyone can fix his... Damn, voice crack. If anyone can fix his problems, it's Sean McVay.
Yeah, I think they can turn him into a superstar.
Absolutely. The Ravens are on the board. I'm not even going to think twice. Emeka Egbuka.
Oh, I love that. That's a great landing spot. Even though Emeka Egbuka plays not similarly, but lines up similarly to Zay Flowers.
Yeah, he does, but I think they're both guys that could do whatever you need them to.
You don't think there's you don't think they might take well, no, I'm not going to say that. That's not, because Luther Burden does exactly what Zay Flowers does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luther Burden would be
about
fun.
The same?
Yeah. Copy paste. But 28, you got the Lions. They need to go edge.
They needs to.
Michael Williams is staring at me.
Michael Williams.
So is James Pierce Jr., though.
Ooh.
James Pierce Jr. had a fantastic combine.
He's got character issues, but you think Campbell can fix him?
Yeah, Will Campbell can fix anybody. Nick Scorton's also there.
Nick Scorton is there. There's a lot of players here, actually. You know that now that I think about it.
There's a lot of players.
Football players on the board.
Yeah. This is hard. This is really hard.
I think
I'm going to go Michael. I think that's...
Yeah, I think he fell too far.
Yeah, I think he did too.
I mean, we were just talking beforehand.
The Saints are taking him at 9. Yeah. So the NFL likes Michael Williams a lot more than we clearly did in this mock draft.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a run defender. Very long, but he's a Georgia boy, so I mean...
Who do you got the Commanders taking?
The Commanders. I want to get fun.
Get fun.
I want to get fun.
Get fun.
I got to look him up because he's not.
43. Is he 43?
No.
44?
No.
45?
No.
46?
It's 39.
It's 39? Oh, they moved him up. He used to be a 44.
Oh, okay.
He used to be a 44, yeah.
So you were on the same wavelength as me. Washington
100%.
Commanders, Travion Henderson.
I love it.
To the Washington Commanders. The third running back off the board. He's going to come in and be... When you think about the Commanders, they've always had a power back and then a really good receiving option. Eckler's still there, right?
Yes.
But he's old as hell, so I don't really care.
Fart.
He's going to be irrelevant in a few years. You think back, they'd had J.D. McKissick, Antonio Gibson. Not to put him in the same breath as those guys.
I think who went before them. Who the Commanders used to have? Who the football team
Alfred
have?
Morris.
Alfred Morris.
Yeah, he wasn't really a receiving back. But Travion Henderson, I think the future of the backfield is going to be Brian Robinson and somebody. And I think Travion Henderson complements Brian Robinson immensely. And even if they want to move on from Brian Robinson, because he's okay, but not that great, Travion Henderson, I like.
I like Travion Henderson as well. I think somebody will trade up into the first and maybe get Travion Henderson. And I don't think it's going to be the Commanders. I think the Commanders might. I believe they have a second-round pick. Or no, I think they traded it actually. Might be wrong. I don't know. But I like that pick. It's a fun pick. 30. Let's keep it fun.
I like fun.
I like fun.
Oh, I know. I know you're going. Wait, hold on. Are you going 36?
I'm going 36,
You're
baby.
going 36.
Luther Burden is going to be a Buffalo Bill. He's got Buffalo Bills written all over him. You can see it when he smiles. He's just got Buffalo all in his blood. And he's used to the cold. He's been in Missouri. He gets it. I mean, it's not as cold in Missouri as it is in Buffalo, New York. But still.
They get their new Curtis Samuel.
Yeah. Luther Burden's fun. And I feel like he makes a lot of sense. He just works well for that offense. You're going to have some fun pass catchers.
You're going to have some, I mean, you get away from one diva and Stephon Diggs. You got to bring in another diva.
Yeah, dude. And a young diva who you can have for the next 5 years, mixing him in with Keon Coleman. I think their personalities will go together very well. Josh Allen is just a great leader. I really like Luther Burden. I think he'd be very good in Buffalo.
Yeah, absolutely. 31, my last pick. I'm actually not going to do what I said I was going to do.
Josh Connerly.
No, I'm not doing that either. I see a guy that I think fell way too far that I think I just need to get off this board.
Walter Nolan.
Yes, Walter Nolan. They do need interior defensive tackle. Chris Jones and nobody else really.
No, that's it.
So Chris Jones getting old.
I like Walter Nolan going
Take
there.
Walter Nolan to the Chiefs.
And so you let Mr. Personality fall right into the Eagles' lap. He had a fantastic combine. He fits what they do in Philly. Give me James Pierce Jr. to the Eagles.
Mr. Personality.
Mr. Personality, people say he's got a bad personality. I disagree.
How do you disagree about his personality?
I disagree. He wears hoodies, shirts, and runs, and I like boys who wear hoodie shirts and run.
Oh, yeah.
I like draft hot boys.
I draft hot boys and hot takes.
Hot takes, hot boys. I like drafts.
The show with hot questions and even hotter boys.
All
right.
Hot takes for hot men.
Hot 'em. Do you want to go over this really quick? You want me to say
do you want me
mine?
to shoot through it, or do you? Oh, let's go back and forth.
All right, ready?
I love going back and forth.
Number 1, Cam Ward.
Number 2, Travis Hunter.
Number 3, Abdul Carter.
Number 4, Will Campbell.
Number 5, Mason Graham.
Number 6, Ashton Jeanty.
Number 7, Armand Membu.
Number 8, Jalen Walker.
Number 9, Shadur Sanders.
Number 10, Tyler Warren.
Number 11, Kelvin Banks.
12 is Tedero McMillan.
13, Will Johnson.
14, Gray Zabel.
15, Mike Green.
16, Jahad Campbell.
17, Shamar Stewart.
18, Matthew Golden.
19, Donovan Izaraku.
It's 20, Martin Hampton.
21, Derek Harmon.
22, Colston Loveland.
23, Jade Barron.
24, Malachi Starks.
25, Tyler Booker.
26, Nikamana Wari.
27, Emeka Egbuka.
28, Michael Williams.
29, Travion Henderson.
30, Luther Burden.
31, Walter Nolan.
And finally, James Pierce Jr. at 32.
Pierce rounds it out.
That's
Who did
fun-
we
I
not
like-
take? Josh Simmons.
Can we look at the board?
I don't think so. But I
No.
mean, off the top of my head, we didn't take Josh Simmons. No Nick Scorton. No. None of the.
No Maxwell Hairston.
No Maxwell Hairston. No Savon Rebel.
I'd be more curious to see. Give me 1 second. I want to see who's going to the NFL draft that we didn't take.
Jalen
Milroe.
Milroe. I believe. Didn't you say Maxwell Hairston was going to be there?
I think so, but don't quote me on
I have
that.
the picture. On
I had
phone.
the picture. I 100% have it on my phone, but I got it Googled right here. I think I got it brought up. Tyler Booker, Jahad Campbell, Will Campbell, Abdul Carter, Matthew Golden, Mason Graham. Maxwell Hairston is attending the NFL draft, and we did not take him. Travis Hunter, Ashton Jeanty, Will Johnson, Tedero McMillan, Jalen Milroe, Malachi Starks, Shamar Stewart, and Cam Ward.
And Jackson Dart too, right?
No, Jackson Dart's not going. Jackson Dart said he was going to go and pulled back.
Yeah, because his ass ain't going.
It's interesting. Very interesting.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I think we could have. I mean, if we were doing trades, I probably would have tried to sneak Jalen Milroe at the end.
Yeah.
But this was no trades, so
I think
someone's gonna move around.
I think there's a very high possibility somebody trades in and tries to get a guy like Jalen Milroe or Jackson Dart.
Absolutely, especially with the teams at the beginning of the second round, all needing quarterbacks and having a lot of draft capital.
There's a lot of rumors about the Giants, both the Giants and the Browns, the Giants really liking Jackson Dart and the Browns really liking Jalen Milroe. Both of them trade back into the end of the first and take them.
Yeah, we'll see.
I like that. But yeah, I think that's all we got. I like that mock draft. That was one of my favorite ones I've done so far. That's a good one. Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
The power of teamwork.
Yes, friendship.
Oh, I put 2 and 1. I think that's all we got for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Not a Football Show. My name is Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show. This is my pal.
So sports,
and you are watching the Not a Football Show. Not scoring touchdowns.
We love the Tico Fantasy Show.